Good morning. Welcome to First Unitarian Universalist Church of Rochester. We are a church of open minds and loving hearts, celebrating many sources of wisdom and many spiritual paths. Your faiths, your doubts, your identities are welcome here. A special welcome to visitors and newcomers. We're glad that you are here today. There is a preschool playroom open for young ones and coloring materials in the sanctuary for folks of all ages to use throughout the service as needed today. After service, join us down in the commons for refreshments and conversation. I am glad to help lead this service along with a few other mighty worship associates. Special welcome to our guest musicians, Jan Matson and Alicia Moline. Thank you for offering your gifts of music today. Throughout the month, we have collected for various needs, including local nonprofits and our building fund. Today, all of our collection will go to our Human Needs Fund, which Rev Luke has put a special note in saying that it is in need of replenishment. It has provided critical assistance for members and friends, including support for rent, medical needs, transportation, and more. This fund truly helps people in critical need, so we thank you for your generosity as we ensure we have the ability to offer support, financial and otherwise, to folks in our immediate community. You can give as the plates pass or online. Thank you for your generosity. Today, we acknowledge, and save the date for Wednesday, January 10th, as we return to Wednesday night supper at 5:30 and a special Building Our Future forum at 6:30, including updated draft plans from Locus Architects for our new church home and what comes next. Childcare for those Wednesday nights is available as well, and all are welcome. Now, today, we acknowledge endings and beginnings. This morning's service is an annual ritual of celebrating the threshold of the new year with gratitude, openness, and possibility. You should have received a small piece of paper and a pencil as you came in today, and on it we will invite you to write an intention, whether saying goodbye to the old year or hello to the new year. Later in the service, we will gather around a special chalice flame to offer our words of letting go and moving forward. I invite you now, though, to take a breath. We invite you to let today's music settle in silence, to let the sounds wash over you as we enter this special holiday service, inviting us to quiet and calm in the midst of an often very loud season. May your soul find respite and renewal this morning. Let us enter our time of worship with these words from our minister in the 1870s, the Reverend Eliza Tupper Wilkes. May our faith in humanity and our message of hope and good cheer light our way. Soon, we will sing hymn number 16 found in your gray hymnal, Simple Gifts. But for now, I invite you to rise and body your spirit to greet those around you, wave hello to those online, and the music will call us back.
Today's chalice lighting is by Kathleen McTeague. May the light around us guide our footsteps and hold us fast to the best and most righteous that we seek. May the darkness around us nurture our dreams and give us rest so that we may give ourselves to the work of our world. Let us seek to remember the wholeness of our lives, the weaving of light and shadow in this great and astonishing dance in which we move.
Oh, let's see. I guess it's been nearly 20 years ago that I was working on a small display project for St. Francis Catholic Church. You see, they moved the baptismal fountain into the main church and wanted to repurpose the baptismal room for a type of historical display room featuring some highlights from the school and church. I was given archives of old photos, mostly with captions or dates, and sometimes with possible descriptions of an event. Sorting through the archives, I came across what I thought was a story worth remembering. There was an article written about a woman church member published in one of those color magazine supplements that used to be tucked into your Sunday newspaper years ago. It was around about the time of the early or mid-1950s. This woman and her husband, who were in the midst of raising a large Catholic family, were also building a new house, which they probably needed to fit their growing family. They were doing a lot of the work themselves, as this was something you could do back then. But the cliffhanger was that before the house was finished, her husband passed away. So now, besides working to put food on the table and raising her children, she had the job of making sure the house got built. There was some help from neighbors and friends, of course, but still, it was a monumental task for a widowed mother to keep up with. If there were awards, she may have qualified for the superwoman of her day, but she just did what she had to do. In the article, she was asked that proverbial question: how do you cope? How do you keep up with everything? And I don't remember her exact quote, but I remember it went something like this: every Thursday, without question, a friend and I go fishing. It is my time for myself, and this allows me to come back and to do what needs to be done. It was her Thursday. She knew she needed this sacred time of renewal. It was her ritual, and it was one she returned to every week. It is not by accident that we follow the natural cycles of the day, week, month, or years, but rather because we humans have lived with these cycles since ancient time. Whether we pile rocks to draw a line to remind us of the equinox, or draw circles with sand, text, or rocks, or even use jewels to build stunning accuracy into a ticking watch, we are marked by time. Rituals are created around cycles to remind us of the most ancient of all truths, that we will be brought around again and again. New beginnings will be available to us to blossom and bloom, no matter the challenges and the hardships. Through change, we emerge renewed, sometimes in ways we may not anticipate. And by recognizing that even the smallest moment of progress, we can create opportunity and purpose. We can go on. We mustn't disregard what we perceive as too small to make a difference. This morning, we take a small step together to symbolize that our happiness and growth will flourish again and again. So Call It a Day by David Roderick. Children have led me to burrs, mushrooms, maggots, prickers, and scat. Once to a hummingbird nest, once to a Jerusalem cricket, clapped in a cup. Awe, so much awe. I'd argue that every day is a weed in a jar on our counter. That this acorn in Olivia's hand contains 20 million future oaks, potentially.
Good morning. It is good to be with you. I invite you to settle in here as we create a place of communal caring and connection. It's our time to pause amidst the busyness of our lives, to slow down enough to consider the beauty that is here all around us, and to open a space for listening and love. Here we honor all who support us in this caring, loving, and all-inclusive ministry. We send gratitude to Vicki Wolf, serving as our caring coordinator, arranging care for our members and friends in need for the last 2 weeks. Linda Thompson will take over tomorrow for the next 2, and we thank her for that. The members of our caring committee are wonderful examples of this compassionate community, holding us up as we go through challenging and happy times. And life can be challenging. We could all use some extra support with what life throws at us. And if you are experiencing those challenges in your life, we encourage you to reach out for support and help. If you need additional care or personal pastoral care, please reach out to Reverend Luke or myself with that request. As we settle in here, I want to share these words of meditation and prayer by the Reverend Bill Sinkford. Spirit of life and love, known by many names and by no name. Spirit of what has been and of what is to come. Spirit of this moment, which holds both memory and hope. We gather as the calendar points to the ending of another year of satisfaction and disappointment, movement forward and back, fulfillment and loss. It has been a difficult year for many of us and a troubling year for most of us. This ending invites taking stock, suggests closing the books on what has been. But life is not some grand ledger book. The pluses and the minuses never seem to be equal. And though the calendar points to closure, we will carry many things with us into the new year. Responsibilities, many of them, and commitments do not end. Yearnings do not cease. The edge of pain and loss may soften, but they do not disappear. Neither is our calling silenced, and we look forward to the many joys that also abide. We carry much with us into the new year, in memory, if not in fact. Yet what we carry does not completely define what will come. The new year will be truly new. Spirit of life, help us be present to this time between. The way forward always runs through this moment. The new flows out of the now. Help us to be present to what we carry, but also help us bear the weight of the past lightly, so that there is room in our arms and in our hearts to welcome surprise and unexpected joy. Help us enter the new year aware and awake, so that our decisions of what to put down and what to take up can be made with intention and with clarity. Intention is important. But help us also enter the new year aware and awake so that we are open to moments of grace, so that we do not let past opportunities to forgive and to be forgiven, so that we can know and share love and unleash its power in us and through us. Help us enter the new year aware and awake so that we do not miss the living of our lives. May that be so. And may the faith in the Spirit of life, love for the community of earth, and love for the light in each other be ours now and in all the days to come. In gratitude, we will now receive today's offering.
Thank you. The first reading is Year as a House by Jan Richardson. Think of the year as a house, door flung wide and welcome, threshold swept and waiting, a graced spaciousness opening and offering itself to you. Let it be blessed in every room. Let it be hallowed in every corner. Let every nook be a refuge and every object set to holy use. Let it be here that safety will rest. Let it be here that health will make its home. Let it be here that peace will show its face. Let it be here that love will find its way. Here, let the weary come. Let the aching come. Let the lost come. Let the sorrowing come. Here, let them find their rest, and let them find their soothing, and let them find their place, and let them find their delight. And may it be in this house of a year that the seasons will spin in beauty, and may it be in these turning days that time will spiral with joy. And may it be that its rooms will fill with ordinary grace and light spill from every window to welcome the stranger home.
The second reading is Head of the Year by Marge Percy. The moon is dark tonight, a new moon for a new year. It is hollow and it hungers to be full. It is the black zero of beginning. Now, you must void yourself of injuries, insults, incursions. Go with empty hands to those who have hurt and make amends. It is not too late. It is early and about to grow. Now is the time to do what you know you must and have feared to begin. Your face is dark too as you turn inward to face yourself, the hidden twin of all you must grow to be. Forgive the dead year. Forgive yourself. What will be wants to push through your fingers. The light you seek hides in your belly. The light you crave longs to stream from your eyes. You are the moon that will wax in new goodness.
The litany of change and growth is in your program. We come here to say that we have felt loss, have known separation, have mourned, have resisted and feared the threat of life's changes. We gather to realize the potential within us. Growth is forever the same, that we move toward our ultimate shape, that our energies run like a stream, finding life's channels wherever they lead. In the process, we must take on and cast off ways of being. I believe the insurance is paid up. The lesson for growth is the lesson of now. The strength of our spirit resides where we are, not only where we've been. The courage to live is the courage to leave and be left by our stages of being. In abandoning that which held our hearts in bondage, we recognize endings so as to invite beginnings. All is yours for the keeping, but none of it possesses you. We carry some things along, and we let some things go. We are made of our past, present, and future. May we find the courage to separate from fear and dependencies. May we risk the ache of growth and change. We travel with gratitude, humility, and hope. As we continue to seek out the stories of hope in our world in the new year, there are also some things we would very much like to put behind us from the old year. On one side, we have written words to cast away and put behind us, to let them go with the old year. On the other, we have written words to cast forward, purified by the fire of our commitment that we carry with us in hope and in love for the year to come. We invite you now to come to the burning bowl and consign them to the purifying flames. May what you have released here be forever gone from your spirit and cease to trouble you. May you be relieved and renewed, ever mindful that love is always more powerful than fear, and that compassion is the key to freedom from resentment. May your soul be held in love and rooted in hope and courage for the year to come. We'll now rise for hymn number 128. Rise as you are able.
Continue standing and either raise your arms up or put your hand on your heart for the benediction. The ultimate wisdom, which deals with beginnings, remains locked in a seed. There it lies, the simplest fact of the universe, and at the same time, the one which calls for faith rather than reason. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back.